That's I commented, like, Hammock was like, Trucy's, Garcon's right. Trucy's, really more useful than Maya. But I'm
'Cause
like,
Maya doesn't do anything.
Maya's fucking ability is broken as fuck.
She has the ability to do something, but she doesn't.
Her ability is broken as fuck. It kind of overwrites pretty much everything.
I mean,
it's like
game one, it makes sense because she's not fully there yet. She has the ability to, but she doesn't have it mastered. Later on, she has the ability mastered, and she still doesn't use it.
She used it to channel that one guy in 6.
6 games in.
It's fine. Like I said, her ability is broken to fuck. Okay, so...
Okay, well, let's just look for something that looks suspect.
So press everything first, and then go for it. That's right, alive and well. And where'd Mike?
Shh.
And they're saying that you might be him.
Why, I never. Of all the loony ideas to think up.
Like, we have an entire testimony and every single line we can do this with.
It's quite the leap in logic, no?
This is gonna be a pain. This is gonna hit episode 100.
Mm-hmm. No, we're there. No.
No, we're not.
No.
We're at like 94, maybe.
There was a full team of investigators who saw the specimen.
Where are they now, Dryson?
I'm not even sure what to say other than it's just pure and simply wrong.
Well, I think I'll make up my own mind on that.
What? There's just no convincing some people.
Okay.
Simply unthinkable.
Simply unthinkable. But if you're Luciano, you'd want to make it up.
Young lady, that only works if I was him to begin with.
Oh, no.
You mustn't jump to conclusions so easily. Simply mustn't quickly, fuck you.
Do you have fingerprints, Dryson? Circular logic won't work with them. I need to give a reason to think he might be Luciano. How did you know that for sure?
Why are you looking at Phoenix?
Oh, well, I'm the only one who will attest to it.
She's looking at him for backup.
I'm not the only one who will attest to it. Fuck!
She's looking at him for backup. Did I say the right thing?
The specimen was well monitored the whole time. We have records of it.
Their way?
Prosecutor, perhaps you would care to confirm?
It is true. The body never left police supervision until the autopsy and subsequent cremation.
Oh, there you have it. Now to the next part, for me to address this most unsettling accusation of yours.
It sounds crazy, but he has to be alive.
No, I don't agree.
This is just,
Shh.
She's just going, But
even if you were, that does nothing to implicate me, does it? No matter how you analyze it, the claim is simply unthinkable. Do you have any evidence of such?
Convenience. That is our evidence. Mr. Menderes said you were.
Okay, not helping our case, Trucy.
Just a murder suspect covering for his own hide. For his own hide?
Phoenix slaps her hat off. Shut the fuck up. God damn it.
The man would betray even his closest allies. Why not also lie to you?
Because he would go to jail.
Shh. The less faith you place in him, the better.
Because he would go to jail.
Shh. I advise you to take further examination of the case, and you'll see I'm right. Luciano's dead, motherfucker.
And if you don't believe me, you're wrong. But if he was dead, why would the Rivales family want to protect him?
Protect him? They murdered him, child. I've no earthly idea why they would convolute the case in such a matter.
There's your tagline for the freaking game.
But I assure you that I can tell a non-living specimen from one who's still alive.
Wait, but Mr. Kushari was the one arrested. Isn't that what the police wrote as the official story? But you said the Rivales family killed Luciano. Why would you think that? Uh-oh.
Caught your lies, bitch. Carlo Luciano is dead, miss.
But you said something weird.
It doesn't matter who did it or who was incarcerated, he is dead.
It kinda matter. Stop being an Obadiah.
We are speaking of the victim, not the culprits.
Speaking of the both.
Now I will not be bullied by baseless accusations.
Anti-bully ranger. Deploy.
I am Morton Dryson, alive and well. I am not the young man you are looking for.
He's not the man we are looking for. I just need to find some kind of nervous tick. I can find it by using the bracelet at the right place. Then we can find out what's really going on. Oh, God.
Okay, that
Helped us a lot, Trucy.
awesome.
Every single line. Spam it.
Go
We're
to that
not
last
doing-
thing.
I was delayed, and to say, simply mind-boggling. Quite dead. Still is too, if I'm not mistaken.
Go to the
Yes.
line that said, the line that, in the last thing, the line that said he was killed by the family.
Hold it! Stone cold.
Do that one.
That's
would
a
do-
short time.
I would assume it's his fingers on his glasses.
Quite dead. It's perceiving this one. Hello?
Alright, I got
If I'm not
nothing.
mistaken.
Okay, so it does just perceive the lines. It doesn't perceive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we only have a few things to look at then.
Come back later. Yeah,
I
you
would
really
assume-
should come back.
I would assume it's either his glasses or his eyebrows. Those are the things that look like they would tick.
Yes, Luciano's dead. Quite dead, if I may say so myself.
Try this one.
Oh. I can't.
I know.
For some reason, it's blocking me. Oh, that's going. Ooh. That's going slow. Oh, now it's going fast. I'll get an eyebrow. Oh, eyeball.
Yep,
Ah,
there you go.
damn it. The doctor. Doctor.
Doctor. Give me the news.
I only have one eye.
Pardon me, but how rude!
How rude!
Phoenix is looking at her like, Trucy, what the fuck?
How did you perceive that?
Rude? We're looking for a one eye.
Oh yeah, huh? I think I
Right.
vaguely remember that from Trucy's notes.
Is that in her notes?
Maybe not from her notes, but we were talking to
And
Study.
a vicious steak.
Viscous Steak. Oh,
No,
maybe not.
from here.
I don't know.
Do we
That seems like it sounds right to me for some reason.
I have no idea.
It has been a while.
Those big old goggles on your head are usually too foggy to see through. But at just the right angle, that's why you fiddle with them when you get nervous. You want to hide it. You're the man we're looking for. Okay. Is it true? The witness only has one eye? I saw it. Behind his glasses, they're foggier than Gourd Lake, but I could
Really?
see it. Yeah, we're going all the way back. One of them's been scratched out.
One-eyed man?
I've heard of the one-armed man, the one-legged man, but never the one-eyed man. Luciano, he only had one eye. That was the one thing people always... Okay. I think it's coming back to me.
Jehoshaphat! What a far-fetched idea!
Just wanted an excuse to write Jehoshaphat in there.
Probably.
Oh, he's
This is no
changed!
good. Oh, simply dreadful.
He's changed!
It seems as though you think you can pin me as Luciano, but with my eye? I must say, sir, that it's frankly horrifying how off the mark you are.
I'm not a sir.
Oh no, that simply won't do.
Oh god, what are you going to do?
You're not Morton Dryson. Where is he? What did you do
Where
with
is he? What did he do? What did you do with Morton?
him? You're Carlo Luciano, the assassin who was supposedly killed during MN6. He's the only other person remotely connected with this case who would have one eye. I lost this eye in the war. Rude. It's not kind to harass others for their deformities. I'll tell you, the condition of my face is only passingly related to Luciano's.
Kinda convenient, don't you think?
This was a gift to me from Mr. Menderes himself. After I wrote the report for Luciano's body, he gave it to me. A reminder that I should keep my mouth shut. He took the eye to Jesus fucking Christ! To show that he would always be watching me. You're Luciano, and you killed our 3 victims. But was there a third person?
But are you? You are, Luciano. Don't try to pull my leg.
Oh, come now. I don't see why I would have any reason to do that. Before we get to there, let's ask the question everyone's really thinking. Since you insist, how did Luciano survive?
How? Jumping right into the meat of it.
Hmm.
You really want that steak, don't you?
Yes, how? The witness saw his dead body. The prosecutor saw it.
I had steak and eggs for breakfast. It was really good.
You ate snakes for breakfast?
Steak and eggs.
I heard snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah!
There was an antidote. Not a drop of counteracting agent was found in his bloodstream.
Oh god.
That was fast. You didn't need an antidote. I don't think you took the poison at all.
I think I saw some dust pop up from that slam.
Well, you'll find you've hit a wall, sadly. Because poison is one thing his body was chock full of.
After I injected it into him,
It was a powder.
I injected the powder into him.
You, Prosecutor Williamson, you would recall well, yes? Tell me, am I lying?
No, the victim ingested enough poison to kill him twice over. That makes...
Nobody ever claimed to see the poison being placed in his meal. Both Kushari and Menderes accused the other of having put it in while he couldn't see. All we know is that a body was found and that the testimonies were inconsistent.
I fail to see your point, sir.
At the end, the testimonies didn't match up, so there was room for error.
They found a body, then there was a victim. It doesn't indicate Luciano never died.
You're just going for the ends. You need to think about the middle.
I think when you consider MN6, you'll find it a lot pointing to it. For instance, there was some more confusion around the state of the supposed corpse. Were you aware that not everyone saw blood around him?
Mr. Kushari, he was telling the truth. Obadiah,
Just
everything
realized that?
Everything you've said regarding this is always the opposite, okay? So when you told Mr. Kushari about the blood, no, that wasn't there, you're crazy.
Frickin'
But my-
Kushari told him and he thought he was lying. Jimmy told him, he said he was bullshit. Basically, if you have a revelation, don't bring it to Obadiah Williamson. Mr. Kushari didn't see blood because Luciano didn't vomit it up. He never ingested the poison. That wasn't Luciano's body they found. It looked like him, but it wasn't him. He faked his death to get Kushari's attention. And then later, he went into hiding and they swapped his body out for a look-alike.
It's true. It all makes...
Okay, Obadiah.
I was a fool. The answer's been staring me in the face all the while.
Have you lost your marbles, Mr. Prosecutor?
It's gonna turn out that this is actually Carlo's twin brother.
He is yet to provide an iota of proof to this fairy tale.
You're the man I should have been after.
Should have been after!
Should have been. Menderes was never the one.
I am channeling Mr. Kushari.
It was you all along.
It's one thing to claim Luciano lived. Something entirely more to say that I am he, but we haven't even reached there yet.
You need to trim your nose hairs, dude.
Shut up. Menderes is quite guilty in many ways, you'll find.
Well, I mean, he's a murderer, but
He is a
not
mob
in these
boss.
cases.
I mean,
We
we don't
need
know.
a bit-
Has he admitted to murdering anyone? He's denied everything.
Yeah, he's denied everything. Well, and I don't know. Fuck it. We need a better way to corner him, right? He keeps on slipping and sliding and being all slippery. How would he... Like a snake. Shut up, Togamera. How would such an act be possible? Luciano would need to fool everybody.
It wouldn't be hard at all. I mean, everybody in this universe is kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah, a little bit.
Togamera, especially not with help from his accomplice.
Togi.
Kushari! Both Togamera and Menderes were there to... Okay, so we could have done Menderes too.
Oh,
There to help him. Menderes lied about the murder and Togamera swapped the bodies. We got a confession from Togamera that he convinced Mr. Kushari to hold the forged bottle. And Mr. Menderes admitted that he didn't kill Luciano. That doesn't mean shit. We know they were both in on the plan to keep him alive.
A spectacular hypothesis, if I might say so. But it seems to me that it simply does not make sense.
It doesn't?
Now, don't get me wrong. Taken on its own, it seems that it might work. Perhaps it is indeed possible that Luciano survived and I observed a fake. But where does that leave us? MN6 was a trial for murder 5 years ago. Menderes was already cleared for it. You have now 3 new cases for which he is under suspicion. Now Luciano, why must he have anything to do with them, pray tell?
Because he did the thing.
He needed to cover up that he was still alive.
Yes, well, that must be the case. Oh, why are you
Obadiah,
here?
what the fuck?
Why are you here?
Not so, I'm afraid.
He's acting like the judge right now.
Yeah.
You see, I think it's quite clear the facts point to Menderes. Now, theorizing that he's innocent, the evidence being strongly against him.
Did you drink some whiskey before you came up here, Dryson?
Little bit. It would have to be a setup.
I mean Carlo Luciano.
No, you had it right the first time.
Oh.
Ah, yes, you see it now. Herein lies the folly of your logic, my dear attorney. It looks as though our game is afoot. As soon as this white screen goes away, Mr. W, right, I didn't know who it was, I only saw Mr. W. I didn't know who was
Mr.
Ryder
W.
Williamson.
That's amazing.
Oh God, am I that far behind now?
Apparently.
I'm still on counterproductive actions.
Oh, Lord. That's...
Hypothetically speaking, say I am Luciano. Even then, why assume he'd be the killer?
You want to end this call and redo?
Well, let's hit next.
Okay.
Menderes spared his life
Huh?
once.
It was just frozen, I guess.
You say? In that case, they must be in cohorts.
They must be cohorts. Fuck.
They must be in cohorts with one another.
They must be in cohorts. But if Luciano killed the recent subjects, he must be setting Menderes up, no? There would be no reason to betray him, no reason at all. So why believe it? No, it was Menderes himself. Everything points to him.
No.
Well, that's a very compelling argument.
Well, I suppose, given what we know, that wouldn't make much sense, would it?
How the fuck not? Yes, indeed, Your Honor, yes, indeed.
He's
like-
back to normal.
Yeah. Look at his eyes, eyelashes, or eyebrows.
I'd speculate that he'd forever be indebted to the man who saved him from Rivales' wrath.
Those good old eyelashes on the, you know.
The lashes
The
on his
eyebrows
brow.
should
Fuck
be.
up. Fuck up. Shut up. You fuck up next.
You flustered a little bit, ain't you?
But of course, the entire story must depend on Luciano being alive in the first place. Thus, you see, the defense's position creates even more problems than before.
Who but Luciano would need to cover up for MN6? Sex? Who but you, Dryson?
Yeah, sex.
You're the one making an unfounded accusation, not me. Does the court not have protections for witnesses against such treatment?
Well, the defense must admit that it sounds crazy. Can you prove that Luciano survived and is framing the defendant?
Without a doubt, Your Honor. Or maybe just a small one.
But if you can't, then this was all for naught. If you don't have the proper evidence, I recommend we drop the whole ordeal.
You can't do that.
Oh,
Damn
fuck.
it. Judge, please. Perhaps, well, in any case, I believe we should make certain we're on the right track. Let's not allow the trial to get off course at this point.
Understood, Your Honor. I blanked. I can't let him win. If I screw this up, he'll get away. For good. And who knows what'll happen to the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Brush your teeth.
They're pearly white, you bitch!
Brush your teeth some more.
How can something be whiter than white?
Luciano wanted to silence Jimmy and Miss Porter. I bit my tongue to keep the truth hidden.
You ask me, Dryson, how can white be whiter than white? Look at your motherfucking face, bitch.
Look at my fucking jacket, bitch. Perhaps he has the motive to kill, but there's nothing placing him at the crime.
You the whitest cracker I ever seen.
But even say that he did kill them, then you can't explain the rest still.
The rest still?
The rest hold. Yes, Your Honor. If he killed the 3, none of his other actions make any sense.
The rest whole?
Hold! You're not a fucking wrestling fan?
The wrestle whole?
He certainly went out of his way to make sure another person got caught.
Menderes.
Ah, you're a quick one.
Yeah, his change to Dark Dryson isn't as pronounced as Waters.
Just eyebrows.
Just eyebrows go down.
Let's get on with it then, shall we? Simply baffling as far as motives go. Menderes spared his life. I was reading, bitch.
You already read it, white ass cracker, bitch.
That was 5 years ago. We don't know what's gone on with them since.
Oh, does gratitude for saving one's life carry an expiry date? I was not aware. I won't let you back down on it now, no sir. Not when you're coming for me. If Luciano survived, you have no idea what he's been up to the whole time.
Hood has to come back at some point, right? Like,
Fuck no! I'm out of this
like,
shit!
no, listen, like, that entire thing with him and his daughter, like, it was nothing.
Well, I mean, his daughter, he was the one that his daughter was sucking up to.
Like, what was their actual purpose, though?
To give me a freaking strained voice.
That, but, like, she was there, she talked to him?
I love how you're so confused.
To somebody? Like, they could be written out completely. They
And that would mean you're not in a position to theorize on his attitude to Menderes.
It's like Rapha just wanted a red phoenix with a vampire daughter.
Child for some reason. 'Cause we know what he's into.
Oh god, no, he'll dislike my video. Menderes helped protect Luciano from his uncle. He'd be in his dick.
I mean, if he watched any of these videos, like actually watched them, he would know that I'm a ball buster. I say stuff to get a laugh.
That's how a normal person would act, yes. And yet, if he's the killer, it appears he still holds some grudge.
Why do you say that?
His behavior indicates it. Take a closer look at all that has occurred, will you?
That's the idea.
That's the idea!
Most peculiar. Why in the world would he do that?
Do that.
I don't suppose you can prove such a thing transpired.
I know somebody acted to stop Menderes from speaking to Jimmy. That was you.
Ah, well, I'm afraid I'll have to deny it.
Of course you will.
Menderes would never do that, would he? Betray a man once he once saved? Did you just admit that you were Luciano?
I would believe he just said something along those lines.
Surely a mafia crime lord would never stoop so low.
No, it's all hypothetically. Shh.
You're hyper-pathetic.
The mere thought of such a barbarous act makes your blood boil, does it not?
They both betrayed each other? But who did it first?
There's so many stories woven together, I can't seem to sort it out. So many good quotes for the back of the box.
Yeah. What's happened since Mendez took power? That seems to be what brought Luciano back into action.
2 betrayals? Maybe that's how I need to think of this.
How many backs were stabbed?
There'd be no reason to betray him. No reason at all, so I believe it.
Because I want to believe it, comrade.
Maybe there's some reason we can still find. Ah, but you don't know it, do you? No, not yet. Take a talk, Mr. Wright. The trial ends today. Can you please add like a hooray? And like the little kazoo things.
I can't do a kazoo sound.
If you can't say it right now, that's all that really matters. There's only one person whose actions make total sense as the culprit. No, it was Mendez himself who was responsible. Everything points to him.
Can the defense explain this discrepancy in Luciano's actions?
There has to be something. I'll think of it.
I'll think of it later. Don't worry. That's future Phoenix's problem.
Did Luciano have a grudge against Mendez? Why? That's the only way it makes sense for him to frame him.
Mendez himself, everything points to him.
You're the new suspect along with him.
Oh, but I am a simple coroner. I forgot my job title. Hardly at all. Step back and reanalyze your situation. You would need to definitively prove I'm Luciano to get anywhere near that. And I don't think you can do that. You're left assuming at a setup.
I've been following the wrong man all this time. Mr. Jameson figured out you were the one, but did Mr. Jameson figure out he was behind it all? I won't let you leave this courthouse a free man.
You said the same thing to freaking Yosarian. What the fuck? Mendez. I forgot his name again.
Yeah.
Tut,
Same thing.
Professor. You know I'm right. The
Professor.
defense can't...
Did I say professor? I'm tired.
The defense can't prove a thing.
Yes, I am also a professor.
I'm a professor at prosecuting.
I school your ass.
Stay with me on this, Williamson. He won't escape.
I'm gonna leave, right?
Yes, Professor Williamson.
I'm gonna leave if he keeps on calling me professor.
I know you can find something disproving the multitude of evidence against Mendez.
What?
We should also put that on the back of the box.
Well, okay. There's a lot.
I think
Oh.
I was gone for the rest of the series.
What?
The bitch with
Who?
the mask.
Oh no.
I think that was how I did her
no.
voice.
I think it was too. It took me a sec. You didn't accompany leak spin. So. Well, I guess that leaves us with two options. Either the evidence is so heavy because Mr. Mendez is guilty, or maybe we're just meant to think that way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Did Mr. Luciano frame Mr. Mendez?
If he's the killer, then yes.
Sounds confusing, doesn't it? Why would he do that?
There you go. There's another box quote.
Just pumping those things out.
I don't know yet.
It makes sense for Mr. Mendez as the killer, but not Luciano. Stop switching when you like half of the time you're going, well, it's Mr. Mendez. Half the time you don't. Stop it. Settle for one. But not Mr. Luciano. That's how all the details fit together.
For now. I need to find the flaw in Dryson's argument. No, not Dryson. Luciano. Lucina.
Obsessed. Lucina. That's your name now.